Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't introduced myself in any of my previous videos, so let me start off by saying my name is Paulina. I try to upload a new video every week, and today I will be sharing with you 4 things that I learned from my recent trip to the city of Rome. I had originally intended to vlog it, but I was new to vlogging. I really wasn't in the circumstance to be vlogging because I went there for educational purposes. So I decided to put together the few clips that I actually took over there and, do a little self-reflecting and share with you the things that impacted me for my trip over there. Let me start off by telling you guys what I was doing over there. I went with UTEP through a program called The Layers of Rome that is led by Dr. Weber and John DeFrank. Shout out to them. Our job as students was basically to conduct research on any Roman topic. Doing a study abroad was absolutely incredible. If you or someone you know is thinking of doing a study abroad, I highly recommend it. It definitely impacted me and changed my life for the better, obviously. But yeah, the things that I learned are not things that you learn in a book or you can Google. These are things that I self-reflected on and, not your typical historical dates or facts. So I don't know if maybe these things that I learned, I received them from the universe because I was ready to receive them. But yeah, I just thought it would be cool to share with you guys what I've learned so far. So let me start off by saying the number one thing that I learned from my trip to Rome is that stepping out of your comfort zone can lead to beautiful things. And I know we hear that all the time. I know I do anyway, but honestly, I never get tired of hearing it because it's a constant reminder that life's best experiences happen when you get up and get going. So about a month before our departure, I started to get really nervous. Hi, Resta. You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. So I started to get really nervous. My head was being, okay, buddy. Sorry, my cat does whatever he wants around here. I was starting to get really nervous. My head was being filled with self-doubt. Could I really do this? Is this something that I really want to do? I was going for academic purposes, and in the past, I haven't thought of myself as the best student, so I was just having self-doubt. And it was crazy because I love to travel, and when I signed up for the course 3 months before, I was super excited and I was coming up with ways to get myself to go to Rome. These lame excuses kept coming up, and it got to the point where there was no way I was backing out because I had already invested thousands of dollars into going, and they wouldn't be issuing a refund if I decided not to go, so I had no choice but to go. I'm glad that they didn't issue any refunds because I don't know, maybe I would have let my self-doubt and my fear keep me from going. In the future, I would have probably looked back and regretted it, and that's something that I feel like no one should experience. Had I been given the chance to back out of it, maybe I would have. So I'm glad I didn't because I met so many amazing people and I learned so much about Roman history and culture. And personally, the most fascinating part about my trip was the bond that was created with my classmates, with my professors, with the students from the other colleges that went with us. And it took us a few days to get out of our shell and actually become friends, but we did it and it was so much fun. To me, human connection is what makes life worth living, and it took me stepping out of my comfort zone to be reminded of that and actually confronting my fear of traveling with strangers, and it was okay, So that brings me to the second thing I learned in Rome. We are all one. We are all connected. Just kidding. I'm not going to get into any philosophies, although I think the philosophy of yoga is great, and if every single person implemented that into their life, the world would be a much better place. That is not precisely what I learned in the city of Rome. We studied Rome in chronological order, I guess you could say. So from the Republican, no, which one was first? Yeah, from the Republican era to the imperial era to what is Rome today. And what stuck out to me the most from everything that we kept studying is the constant struggle to improve quality of life among people like you and I. And when I say you and I mean people who aren't part of the 1% who dominate the world's economy. You know, a majority of the world's population in any time period has had the same struggles of today. You know, we find joy in the same things. We laugh, we cry, we have very similar feelings, maybe different situations, but we experience the same feelings. Just being there reminded me that nothing really changes in human behavior. So, for example, the way they used the Colosseum back in the day as a form of entertainment, you can kind of see something similar like that in professional sports where there's thousands, millions of fans. Or how back in the day there was activists trying to shed light on certain societal topics. We definitely still see that today. And, you know, I guess in retrospect, like, things change, a lot of things happen, but human behavior always remains the same. And I guess by studying the struggles of people before us and seeing the struggles of today, I'm reminded that I am not above anyone and no one is above me, and we're all simply just trying our best here. You know, our best to live a good life. Which brings me to the third thing. Shitty things happen. Shitty things have been happening since the beginning of time. And you know, we're all trying our best to deal with like tragedies, evils, injustices of the world. And I see a lot of people post things that it's such a dark time to be alive, but I don't want to downplay the travesties that are happening right now, but like, newsflash, terrible things have been happening throughout all of human history. Just believe me when I say that the world has never been at peace, and like, terrible, unimaginable things have been happening forever. And I guess being in Rome, and they went through wars, assassinations, and just a bunch of terrible things happened. And there, I guess you could say, the world began. Like, it was just such a reminder that, damn, we have never truly been at peace. How do you deal with a world that is filled with darkness? I guess the point that I'm getting at is that there are so many things that are out of our control. Terrible things happen under the reign of terrible rulers. Evil people commit evil acts, and you know, sometimes that is out of our control. The only thing that is truly in our control is how we decide to react to certain situations and the type of person that we choose to be. So, will you break and fold, or will you rise and triumph? And a perfect example of this is what is currently happening in my own community. You know, we fell victims to hatred and ignorance, but the people of El Paso came back by showing each other and the world that we're not quitters, we're not losers, we're fighters, and we're gonna stand up for what we believe in. What is important in a world where lots of bad things happen is the type of person you are, the type of person that you want to be, the type of life that you want to live. Yeah, we should all aim towards living a life that is going to make us happy, right? The fourth and last thing that I thought about in my self-reflecting is that you have to enjoy the little things. I feel like we're all caught up in our goal that we forget to enjoy the process. And just being in Rome was incredible because I had such a good time walking from our hotel to the bus stop or to the train station. And that wasn't even what we were set to do that day, you know, that was just on our way to get there. But it was in those small moments that I got to know some of my classmates, that we got to share certain experiences with each other, where we didn't have to worry about, like, oh, this is what we're gonna do in lecture today. It was really nice to be able to, like, be in the moment and enjoy every step and process of it. I'm a big believer that, you know, you should live in the moment, and it's great to have goals and aspirations and dreams, but life only happens now. Life is not happening in the future or in the past unless you believe in time traveling, which I've been looking into, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah, if you are struggling with enjoying your now, then definitely just go to Rome. Just kidding. But I suck at talking. I didn't even write this one out. That's why I'm like, enjoy the little things. So in summary, number one thing I learned, getting out of your comfort zone can lead to beautiful things. Number two, we are all one, as cliche as that sounds. Like, we're all connected, we're all people, we're all humans with the same feelings and emotions, so be nice to one another. Number three, oh yeah, shitty things happen. How are we gonna react to the shitty things that happen around us? And number four, be in the moment. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy where you are. Like, if you're meant to be somewhere, you're gonna do whatever it takes in the present moment to get there. So I think these are things that I feel like most people already know, and I feel like I already knew them too, but just being out there was just a really fresh, raw reminder of all this. And if you ever get a chance to go to the city of Rome, do it. There's so much history and so much culture, and it's absolutely incredible. You get the okay for me. Go to Rome. Do your thing. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Viva Mexico, comunes.
This is the problem, it's all documented.
I didn't get
The break you can't do this anymore.
I didn't get you. I didn't get you on camera.
This is going on the YouTube page.
Ahora sí vas a ver, mijo, lo que se le va a
Te vas a ver bien perra. Oh. Hazle así. Duck face.
Güey, no mames, también feo.
I'm not gonna put this.
Wait, what is it?
But just for our. Would you rather? Fuck. What? Or who? That's an easy one. We're at Trajan's Forum.
Hello YouTube.
Hello.
Hello YouTube.
I'm not entirely sure who that is, to be honest, but that's why I'm here to learn.
It's a hobo.
It's Hobo. Can you tell us? He's the smartest guy in the class.
This is the Roman Forum. This is Trajan's column. Tells all his victories and battles, and
I thought you were Australian.
I'm Australian.
We know, okay? That's hilarious. Buongiorno. Sophia and I coming to you live, and Andrea and Sierra. We're boarding the train. We're on our way to Florence. And Misael, the sweetest, to his ex. Just kidding. If you see this, girl, I know you regret it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Just kidding. Okay, so we are at the Vatican. We're walking up to the dome right now. 551 steps. I think so far we've done about 12. Maybe 25. I'm so out of breath. And then the girls that I'm with are going super fast. I'm gonna end up, no, it's okay. I'm gonna end up falling behind, just watch. I'm like, girl, pace yourself. This is insane. We had the option to go through an elevator or take the steps, and we decided we are Boo Boo the Fool. These steps are tiny.
This is meant for a toddler and no one else.
That was worth it.
But we done did it.
It's so crowded up here. I was hoping that it wouldn't be as crowded because we have to climb up like 500 steps. So I was like, only the strong survive, but there are so many strong people.
La de y tú.
Y solamente tú.
No,
chao.
chao. La de yo no me doy por vencido. Yo quiero un mundo contigo. Juro que vale la pena esperar y esperar y esperar un suspiro.
Ah, esa sí me la sé. Is that from SpongeBob or you just sound like him? I wonder when they close this place down. And then when did they decide to make this like a tourist spot?
Buongiorno. We are here waiting for Poppy. Our last day in Rome. They wanted to go to the beach, but I don't think. So Paulina is doing her laundry because we're flying tomorrow back to home. These 2 weeks went by fast. I'm gonna miss these 2 beaches so much.
Yes, me too.
No,
Yes.
she's not missing me.
Yes, I am. We're gonna hang out. We better.
Yeah, you better, mija.
You better.
Okay, so ciao.